So, did Judas have to betray Jesus? This one is more of a thought experiment, a biblically based thought experiment. We will be quoting some scriptures, but I wanted to tackle this one because this is actually something I've kind of seen going around, and I'm not sure that we're going to get a full answer in this video, but it's worth taking a look at to see if this is something that really had to happen, or if Jesus could have gotten to the cross without Judas's betrayal. The verse that kind of kicks off this question is in Luke 22:21, where Jesus says that it was already determined for him to die, but woe to the man who betrays him. The way that this sentence is set up suggests that Jesus was going to have to die regardless if someone betrayed him, but the fact that his friend Judas ended up betraying him was just all the more heart-wrenching. And while this verse makes it seem like this may not have been something that Judas had to do, and it's very possible that Judas never had to do this, something that backs up the idea that Judas was always going to be the betrayer of Jesus is actually a prophecy in Zechariah, which mentions a sacrifice being sold for 30 pieces of silver, echoing the amount of money Judas was paid to betray Jesus. So this is where the theological argument starts, because we could argue that while Jesus was destined to be betrayed by 30 pieces of silver, this prophecy didn't necessarily have to apply to Judas. Never once was Judas's name flatly laid out as being the one to do this to him. Yet at the same time, it seems that this betrayer motif actually runs a little deeper into scripture than just Jesus's initial statement about it. There are other examples of scriptures I could cite as well. For example, Psalm 41 relates to the betrayal of Jesus because it mentions a person at a table betraying a friend. But ultimately, I don't think there's a conclusive answer one way or the other for us to determine if Judas's betrayal of Jesus was necessary for his crucifixion. We do know from earlier in Luke and other Gospels that the Pharisees were looking to crucify Jesus well before Judas ever came along. So if we don't take a look at prophecy for a moment, we do know that the crucifixion was sort of inevitable by the point Judas came into the picture. But let me know what you guys think. I'm curious to hear what you have to say on the matter. And this is definitely an ongoing discussion, so don't be afraid to disagree with me. Anyway, thank you for listening, and take care.